Hello, I'm very sure most of the people watching this video must be familiar with Google, rather they would have extensively used Google. I'm going to show you some cool ways of how you can use Google. This is going to be a fun field learning exercise. So let's get started. First example, I'm going to show you of how to see the weather. There are different ways you can, see weather in Google. Let's say I want to know the weather of Connecticut. Just type weather Connecticut. It shows Connecticut, USA. This is the weather, right? 22 degrees centigrade and so on. So another way of seeing weather, let's say I want to see the weather of Brooklyn, New York. So just say weather 11201. This is zip code of Brooklyn. So it brings up weather of Brooklyn. You would have noticed I've not even hit enter. Just I press the weather 11201 in search text and it shows me the weather, right? This was about US. Let me try if I can get weather for India. You would have seen that it did not fetch automatically until I hit enter. It did not fetch. So for US it works great. So let's look into another example, how to use Google as dictionary. Yeah. So suppose I want to see the dictionary meaning of dogma. So just use the keyword define, right, dogma. Even if I hit enter, it showed me the dictionary meaning of dogma. So let me move into third example, how to use Google as converter. So you could convert any, let's say length from one unit to another unit, or even you could use this as a currency converter as well. So let's see, I want to see, what is the conversion of, yards into meters. So just use the keyword convert yards to meters. So it shows me, brings up a calculator. So length, yards into meters. This has many other things that you could convert, area, frequency, and so on and so forth. You could use, say, convert temperature, Celsius into Fahrenheit. 1 Celsius is equal to 33.8 Fahrenheit. So this is a very useful calculator. Let's see how it works for currency conversion. Let's say I want to see today's conversion from USD to INR, Indian rupees. So just write convert USD to INR 67.02 Indian rupees. Yeah. So this is a very cool way of using Google. Let me bring up another very interesting use of Google, that is using this as a calculator. Previous example was using this as a dictionary. Now next, and also weather, we saw that. Now let's see how you can use it as calculator. So let's get started. 87 into 45 plus 35 minus 55 equal to. Just I hit enter and it shows me the value of this formula that I put here. And not only that, it brings up a calculator which I can use on the web page itself. So this is another very cool use of Google. Let's look at another example. Suppose you want to see the facts about a location or a person. Uh, let's say I want to know about Obama. Barack Obama. Even if you hit enter, he's a famous person. I got to see about him. He's a US president, 44th US president, born on so and so date, his spouse name, party, and so on, so on forth. It brought up the details of the person. Let me get to another uses of Google. So I want to see the stock price of Microsoft. So right, stock price Microsoft 57.6 USD. Yeah. So this is another very cool use of Google.